20, living at home while in community college. And my parents are still controlling me all my life. My parents have been strict. I've always been known as the friend who can't stay out past 8 private message or can't do this or that unless my parents know one of my friends personally well. Like they were good friends with my parents. When I was under 18, my parents wouldn't let me hang out with a friend unless they came over to my house first and my parents met them to see what they were like as a person. Also, there were some other things they were particularly strict about. Like with money, when I was 18, I went to my senior prom. When I was going to buy my dress, my dad gave me a $100 bill to go get my prom dress after school one day. He specifically told me to keep the money in my car, but instead I kept it zipped up in my backpack all day. And when I told him that, boy, he flew way off the handle and threatened to take away my money because I'm irresponsible with it. He said a kid could have stole my money or I could have lost it. But I'm responsible with money, or at least I thought I was. I felt better having $100 on me rather than in my car. But IDK, guess I should have left it locked in my car. I remember crying at the lunch table while he was chewing me out on the phone and my friends were very concerned. My dad said because I didn't listen to his specific directions, I didn't deserve to go to prom or even carry money around. I almost lost that privilege, but I did end up going to prom, even though he complained about it the entire night. He told me he likes a daughter who is loyal and obeys his commands, and I did the opposite of that. That day, I also wasn't a bad kid at all in school. Teachers looked up to me and I tutored other students. I had a 3.85 GPA. But strangely, my parents still treat me like a dumb teenager who doesn't know anything. It's frustrating trying to prove to your parents you're a responsible adult. Then you make a small mistake that really disappoints them. Flash forward to now, I'm 20 years old in community college, still living with my parents. And nothing much has changed. I have a part-time job now, but my parents are still strict. I cannot stay out after 11 private message now unless I have a good reason to be out late. I still cannot hang out with certain friends or go certain places if they think those people are bad. Influences on me or if the place I'm going to is a rest in peace off or too far away to travel. They also say my life revolves around theirs. Any plans I make affect theirs for the day and most of the plans they make, in my humble opinion, aren't even that important, like just little house projects they keep themselves busy with. For example, yard work, working on the car, cleaning, things like that, and they always want my help with these things. And when I tell them I have a test to study for or assignment to complete, they say I should have been proactive and got it done before the day they needed my help on one of their projects. A few days ago, I started a new relationship with this guy. He is really awesome to me. He treats me well, is super kind and respectful, and is willing to up with my strict parents. I'm just afraid the relationship won't last long because of how strict my parents are. I told my mom I have a boyfriend now, and she was disappointed in me about it and went on this lesson about how I need to be responsible and not ruin my life, and why I should wait until I'm 25 to date anyone. However, she did wish me the best of luck and hope for the best, whilst expressing her disapproval of it. As for my dad, I'm not even gonna bother telling him about my relationship for now because he will have a big problem with it. If I mentioned that I was in a relationship, he would immediately chew me out and force me to break up with the person I was with. That, or make him come over so he can meet him first and see if he is a good guy for me. Then force us to break up anyway because I'm too young for a relationship and should wait until I'm 35 to date anyone, because I'm not mature enough in my 20s to make a decision like that. I don't want to keep my boyfriend a secret from my dad. But I also don't want my dad to disown me and look down on me for being in a relationship. Now that I'm 20, I just want my parents to stay out of my personal business. At least they always want to know what I'm up to, where I'm at, who I'm with, etc. I just want to be able to enjoy myself without them getting into my business constantly. Even when I don't get out class or work on time, they call me until I answer the phone and ask why I didn't call. I guess I should be thankful that they care. But I feel like there's a point where it becomes more overbearing and stunting my growth as an individual rather than being good parents. Now, I always have them in the back of my mind whenever I'm planning things or wanting to do something all by myself. I feel like I became the person they want me to be, not who I want to be. Edit. Thank you to everyone who replied to this post with helpful advice, wisdom, and well wishes. I will continue to save up my money and start looking for an apartment to live in when I transfer to my 4-year school.